Okay. It's one
I
of
know
them.
what you're going to say.
It's one of the...
Right, what I'm doing, I'm orientating myself with the map. Because I'm only practising. I don't really need a map round here. You're hardly going to get too lost, are you? It's not the
Why
mountains.
don't we start off in a cafe? There's a cafe just down there.
Do you want to start off in a cafe? Should we go for a pint first?
Hey up everybody, hope you're all alright. It's one of them videos, we're going on a hike, a walk. It's only a little one this, but Helen's fetched me to Eyam. I've never been to Eyam and it's quite famous and she'll tell us why. There's so much history in this place, in the village.
They were so heroic, the people that lived here.
Such a tragic story. A lot of you all know about it, but Helen, I don't really know anything, but Helen's going to tell you about it.
Yeah, as we go along.
She'll do it as we go along.
So, Eyam is a little village in Derbyshire. And the reason why it's so famous is because during the Great Plague in the 17th century, so it came to Eyam between 1665 and 1666, and it came in a bundle of cloth that was sent to the tailor in the village, and it was like infested with some infected fleas with the bubonic plague. And I think only a few days after it arrived, his assistant died of the plague, yeah. And then it started to spread throughout the village, and the villagers and the clergy, who were the educated people, particularly Reverend Mompesson, they all decided that they were going to isolate the village, do you know, to keep the plague like within, yeah. They made a huge sacrifice and they didn't really understand, you know, what was going on really in those days.
You're just doing an alt story right away.
Am I? Okay,
yeah,
then.
I thought you were going to do it. Let's go down into the village, have a look while there's still some people about.
Okay.
And then we'll go back
and then
up
we'll come back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch this
Oh
car.
God, I can feel spots already.
I can feel spots of rain already. Yep. It's going to start, isn't it?
But it will have sunny periods, won't it?
Yeah, it's just typical British weather. That wind's really getting up. I think we might have to cancel it, Helen.
What, you'd love to?
I think we just might have to go and sit in Miners' Arms down here. I think that could be, could be the shortest hike we've ever done.
It doesn't open until 5:30, apparently.
What, that place?
Oh no, it's open.
Is it? Well, there you go.
There's another one, the castle. Look at me with the sunglasses, the sun's gone in.
You don't need your sunglasses now. Anyway, just a quickie, I'd like to dedicate this video to Maurice, who I saw in Asda car park. You know you are, Maurice, and you started watching his hiking videos. Hey? She's found a plaque already. What is it? What does that say?
Many of the victims who lived at this end of the village were buried here. The memorial stone has been removed, but it's known that several were inscribed with the single letter H and probably belonged to the Held family. Is that how you say that? Mary, Emmett,
Held or
Elizabeth and Thomas. Look, June, July. So they all died like 10 days later.
666, it's ironic that, isn't it?
Some families were totally wiped out. Every family member died.
Awful. But as I was saying before you rudely interrupted me with that plaque, I bumped into a lovely chap in Asda car park called Maurice, and he said he'd come to us from watching his hiking vlogs, and he says, you need to do more, I want you to do more. So I says, I will do, and the next one I do I'll dedicate to you. So that's what I'm doing, dedicated it to Maurice and his wife, his lovely wife. But I forgot your wife's name, I'm afraid, because it was a while back. I don't do too many of these vlogs. I always try and talk Helen out of them, don't I?
Yeah, I've had to force you, haven't I?
Yeah, so this is the...
So there's a nice tea room
There's
there.
a tea room across.
Tea room.
Let's have a look. There's the pub.
The Village Green tea room.
That's very nice, the tea room's there. There's a thing there, and there's the hall in the museum. Oh, that's not a pub, that's a little coffee shop as well.
The pub's up there, the Miners' Arms. Oh, look at how dark the clouds
Yeah,
are.
I'm dreading that
Oh my
cloud
God.
coming in. Oh, there's a plaque on this one as well. Oh, look here. So there's all these things on the walls. Look at it here, it's absolutely beautiful.
So between 260 and 270 people died.
Just in this village, which
Yeah.
will have been a lot smaller, obviously.
Well, 700 people apparently lived,
Oh,
do you
okay.
know, in the village and the surrounding area.
Yeah.
But, you see, you never hear about the Great Plague of Sheffield, do you?
No, that's because of
Because
the
of what they did here.
Yeah,
Because you've got Buxton as well nearby, haven't you?
right.
They thought, do you know, that it was carried by the smell? So the doctors had this weird mask on that looked like a beak.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they'd fill the beak up, do you know, with like lavender and stuff.
We've all seen them.
Oh wow, look at that garden.
Look at that garden over there. That's a nice pad there, Helen.
Oh, that is gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful, that. Absolutely gorgeous.
Look at
That'd
that
do me.
garden. Oh,
I'd have that.
that would do me. That's called Eyam Dale House. So, obviously not everyone died, and some people did get the bubonic plague and survived. And they were thought to have a special gene. So the people survived would pass it on, you know, to their...
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, there's a church.
To
There's
their
got to be some
descendants.
reference in the church, hasn't there?
Hey, look at that grave with the skull and crossbones on it.
Yeah, let's go and have a look. There's bound to be stuff in here. References. Helen spotted this grave here with the skull and crossbones.
There's one in St Mary's
Yeah, there's one
churchyard,
at
isn't there?
Handsworth in Sheffield that we've seen. I wonder what that means. Because obviously you can't read it. It's all been worn away. I think this is a famous thing of the time, you know. Because I've seen that on, you know, when you look at pictures of Eyam, Eyam, I keep wanting to call it Eyam. You see this? 8th century. That's an 8th century Celtic cross. Wow. That's right old. Let's look at that again.
So, do you know Thomas Stanley? He was another one of the... Do you know the clergy
Yeah,
that decided, you know, to isolate?
there's a tomb here. Oh, tomb of Catherine Mompesson.
Is
Well-
it 12:15? Let me look.
It is about... So, yeah, does anybody know how to read
Actually,
that?
no, because it's 1:15.
Yeah, but they've not put clock back, have they? Well, this is true though, isn't it?
It is.
You can't put
That
the
is so great, isn't
you can't put the
it?
sundial back, can you? There's some really old headstones there with the Celtic crosses on them. I wonder if they date to the same period. Is that there?
Look. 1665, so that's when it happened.
Well, most of the deaths were 1666, weren't they? So.
Between 1665 and 1666.
Oh right, was it?
Yeah, it was for like a 14-month. It was like a year and 2 months.
All right.
Do you know that it happened?
Let's go in the church.
I wonder if they had funerals. Can you imagine how many?
Who knows?
And they would be in this church.
But
And obviously there would have been births and things. Can you imagine? Pregnant and worried. And then about your baby getting it.
yeah, awful time.
You can see, look, do you know, all the surnames are similar because it was like whole families.
Yeah.
So the Hancocks are the family buried, do you know, up on the Riley graves.
So where's the guy's tomb, or was the vicar? Montpensier.
Montpesson.
Montpesson.
William Montpesson.
William Montpesson, where's his tomb?
He actually survived, and then he went and lived for another 39 years in Nottinghamshire.
And what do you want to go there for?
Well, his
I've been
wife
to
died,
Nottingham.
and then he married again. And his remains are there,
Are there?
yeah, but his wife's here.
Oh, because he had a second wife. It's sad.
But it's the only thing that is inevitable. We're all going to die.
I know that, but it's like it said in there how utterly distraught he was when his wife died, and then she was buried here, but then he moved on and got married again, so he's probably buried with his second wife, and it just,
But
I don't know,
do you
that
know
just
what
seems
life
really, I know
life
it does,
goes
but
on though, James.
you know,
Look at that pretty cottage. That's gorgeous, that. Do you know, if I died,
yeah,
I'd want you to continue your life, and
I'd never marry again.
but you've not married me, have you?
Oh yeah, that's the point.
No, do you know, I know I joke about it. We don't have to get married. Oh, he was the third victim. Oh, look,
Gosh,
country.
25 relatives. There's these plaques everywhere. There's one over there. I'll go and look at that in a minute, 'cause there's another one here outside this lovely cottage. Plague Cottage. George Vickers, he was the first, yeah.
Yeah, he was the first on that list.
Gosh.
Can you imagine living in Plague Cottage?
I wonder if that adds any sort of Have you read this? Do you want me to read it to you?
I've got what?
I'll read
Used
it,
to
hang
my
on.
arthritis, to my dentures, I'm resigned. I can cope with my bifocals, but God, I miss my mind. Oh yes, the sheep roast.
Oh, what's
My
that?
dad used to bring us here. They roast a sheep, and you have
yeah.
oat cakes and dripping.
Really? Do they still do
Yeah,
that? Oh,
look,
yes.
Saturday 31st of August.
Goodness me.
It's like Eyam Fair.
Goodness gracious me.
It's really great. Obviously not for the vegetarians.
No, veggies will be boycotting that, won't they? The sheep roast. Shall we read that sign over there? Oh, I'll tell you what, people that love us reading plaques, they'll be having a field day on this video, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
The sheep roast. The roasting spit is used each year on Carnival Day and is a firmly fixed village tradition. It was established in 1951. All right. So it's not as old as it's old, but not as
Yeah.
old as you think. I thought you might.
I've been.
You've been everywhere, you haven't you?
Yeah. That's a nice house.
It's nice, isn't it? We've seen stocks here.
Oh, the Stag's Parlour.
So what would that be? A parlour pub, do you think? The Stag's Parlour?
Maybe. It was a big house.
Look there.
Wow, Eyam Hall, how lovely. Do you know the aristocrats?
Yeah.
They all went away.
Did they? But I thought everybody isolated. But they didn't because they were too rich to isolate, is that?
The people of, I don't know, do you know like the nobility in the area,
Yeah, they're scarpered.
But I think that meant that it spread.
They left the poor people.
I don't
to
know if
suffer.
it was Eyam or I'm getting a bit confused because I read a lot about, do you know the plague in London as well?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, 100,000 people died.
Really? Did
Yeah.
you just pluck that out of thin air?
No, I read it.
100,000?
I think so, yeah.
Because I thought you were going to say hundreds and then you suddenly went...
No, yeah, because there's a famous plague pit somewhere in London, I can't remember. There's loads of them everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's 50,000 bodies that have been put in this pit. There was just not enough space to put all the bodies and they needed to get rid of them because obviously it's spreading disease, isn't it?
You can see why I love being with Helen. She's a right barrel of laughs. No, one of the reasons I love being with Helen is because she's just full of information. And I'm only joking when I say, oh, you read everything, but that's what makes things like this good. Because if it were me on my own, this would be a rubbish video. I'd not be giving you any information hardly, just reading these things.
Hey,
What?
ice cream.
Ice cream.
I do feel like one.
You fancy
I
ice
don't
cream?
normally. Let's go and have
Let's
a
go and
look.
have an ice cream.
Oh,
Go
you
and
get
get your
all
crystals.
all the crystals and your therapeutic relaxation
Oh,
aids.
toilets. I'm going to the toilet.
All right.
We always say the same thing because we think such alike, don't we? Whenever we see crystals, oh, get your crystals. Right, I'm just going to the toilet.
What ice cream would you like?
Mint chocolate chip. What are you getting them?
Oh, come on. Be
What?
a bit more adventurous.
I like mint chocolate chip.
Oh, okay. I'll get you one.
If
of
not,
those.
I'll have rum and raisin. Surprise me, but don't do stupid.
What? Surprise you?
No, mint chocolate chips are definite.
I'll get you mint chocolate chip then.
But if they ain't got mint chocolate chip, then rum and raisin. If they ain't got rum and raisin, surprise me. I'm going to the toilet. I'll see you back in this vicinity.
That little shop's only open 8:30 till 2. And I don't think that that's every day of the week.
Really?
That's a nice little garden.
Some more troughs here, look. They've got water
Oh,
in
look,
them.
there's some water in there.
Mm. This is the museum, look. Will you try and read stuff quite fast?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of reading happening today and I do appreciate it because you're sort of dishing out that
I'm
information.
trying.
But you need to read a little bit faster.
I'm very slow at reading. We'll just wing it today. I did have
Well,
a
we are doing,
propose.
we've gone completely off piste, haven't
Yeah, we have. I did propose a walk, but we'll just.
we? Now, we were going to go, try not to rummage your microphone too much. It's nestled between your boobs. I only put it there so I can get it back later. We've decided not to go in the museum because it's It's £4 each. I'm not paying £4. That's a pint. This weather is weird today. One minute you think it's going to start chucking it down, then sun's shining again. Typical British weather. When we were discussing this week about going for a hike or a walk, and Helen's like coming up with all ideas. Now we're in Manchester yesterday, so Helen's coming up with all these ideas.
Lake District.
She's going, we could go to Lake District, there's something I want to do called Striding Edge. And I says, well, I don't know what that is.
Did you look it up?
No, I says, but the sound of it, Striding Edge, that scares me. And I don't trust her anymore.
There's a hill up here called Sir William Hill.
Sir William Hill.
It's so steep. I
What,
remember.
after the Buckies?
Pardon?
So it's named after Buckies?
Yeah, it is.
You tell me it was going to be this steep, Helen.
And then we've got the pub. So we've got to go downhill and then we've got to go to Stony Middleton. It says Montpesson's Well up that way.
How far does it tell you?
It's all very faded.
Yeah, I bet
It's not far.
That means it says about 2 miles.
It doesn't say. So they'd have walked up the hill from the village with their money.
Yeah.
The Earl of whatever was helping the village. Oh look, it tells you all about it here. So even though they had very limited knowledge, you know, about like viruses and stuff,
Yeah.
they put their money in water or vinegar, you know, to kill the germs.
Right. What was that for, all the produce?
Yeah, because the village wasn't self-sufficient. So they relied, you know, on the surrounding villages and people to bring them like goods. And if you look behind the railings under the hooded stones, you can see water supplied by a stream, not a well. It was once used as a watering place for pack horses.
There's still some left, look.
Well, I don't know if they put them in, do you know, I don't think they put it in the well as such, but maybe at the side in something.
In some container,
Yeah,
but in water. But probably in the water from the well.
yeah,
And some
and
vinegar.
with vinegar.
Helen has just said the three.
What? It's downhill now. Only for a little short while.
Oh, I thought that were it. I thought it was downhill forever.
No, we're going to see the Riley graves, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the other side of the village.
All right. So we're going to have to do more uphill.
Only a tiny bit.
How far away is pub? When's that come on the itinerary? At what point?
Well, if we go down back into the village, we could go to the Miners' Arms. Oh, that's pretty, with all the moss on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's up there. And there's a sign.
You see.
Yeah, it's only just up
100
there.
yards.
So don't go that way, just go like straight on-ish.
Yeah. You don't look at this. We'll just go to the corner and see. Thank you.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, so this is why we've put his boots on, isn't
Yeah,
it?
a bit sludgy.
Bit slush, yeah.
We're just heading back down into the village. It's a pussycat. He's got his eye, or she's got her eye on something.
We'll ask it what its name is. This could be like a feature.
Well, we'll get cats.
By the
next.
curb talks to cats.
By the cat. Hang on.
Hello. It's only a little one. What's your name? I bet it's called Smudge. Do you know, because its nose? It's only little.
Hello. It's tiny, isn't it?
It's only little, isn't it?
Is it a kitten?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's cute.
Smudge.
Is that what you're calling it, Smudge?
Yeah, it is. Look, it's got smudge on its nose, hasn't it?
I'd just call it Black Nose.
Look at this. This
Isn't
is
that
beautiful,
beautiful,
isn't
yeah.
it? It doesn't really smell of much.
They can't be real, them plants.
They're not. Oh no.
Honestly, they look plastic.
That's
no.
terrible. Anyway, what are you having?
They're not, are they? No, they're
They're
plastic.
plastic.
Yeah. We're going to sit
At
right.
least you don't have to water them.
Are we sitting in or out?
Should we go in and look?
Let's go in and have a look.
This would be nice. Oh, hello. This would
We'll
be
get-
nice in the evening. We've got a friend.
Yeah. This cat is very friendly. I think it's a bit of a stray, this one.
Yeah, it's looking a bit.
It's looking a bit manky and scabby.
Yeah, it's got scabby.
It's
It's got some kind of skin infection.
Yeah,
hasn't
it might
poor
have
thing.
plague, Alan.
It could.
It might bring it back.
I've just stroked it.
You could be the first. I'm keeping away from you. Cheers.
Cheers.
A well-earned pint after
Yeah.
that mile hike.
Have I got my sunglasses? Do you know, sometimes I have to think, have I got my sunglasses on or my reading glasses?
So, Eyam. That sign outside this pub says food served all day, and I went in, I said, are you doing food? Oh, we're not doing food. Not
Until 6 o'clock.
I said, well, it's not all day. I didn't say that, but
No.
it's not all day, is it? So we'll have to go somewhere else for some food.
Yeah.
We're all right for a bit yet, though, aren't we?
Yeah, we've had that breakfast, haven't we?
Don't say that. Don't tell people that.
We went to Weatherspoons.
So this morning we got up in Manchester, because yesterday's when we did the Manchester video. So we were a bit rough this morning.
Well, we didn't drink that much, did we?
Well, we had, because we had some halves, didn't we? I bet we only had about
4 drinks.
Yeah, 4 drinks, but then we had a bottle of wine, so...
With that terrible Chinese meal.
Oh, that was shocking. Look, Helen, I've agreed. You don't have to keep going on about it. Don't keep trying to sell it to me after I've agreed.
We can go on the footpath. What a fantastic view.
Where's that, do you reckon?
Um,
You want to have a look?
I think, is it like Chatsworth?
I don't think it is, but you could be right.
Yeah, I think it is round there. No, that's Stony Middleton.
We're not walking all down to that.
Yeah, we are. It takes 30 minutes.
Alice Hancock. I wonder if that's her husband. You can't read it. Are you going to tell the story?
John Hancock died 1666. So unfortunately, this poor woman called Elizabeth Hancock, within 1 week, lost a husband and 6 of her 7 children. And because they wanted to try and stop the spread of the plague, they used to bury them in like their land or nearby, in their garden even, or in a field. And Sheila owned this land, so she had to come and bury all the family. She got 1 child left.
And this is where they rest.
So that's her husband, and these are her 6 children. Yeah, so God rest their souls.
Yeah.
She went with her remaining child. I think they went to live in Sheffield.
And
I wonder if she actually got it and recovered.
it's a beautiful final resting place, isn't it?
Yeah. And the reason why they're called the Riley graves is because it's on Riley Lane. So they weren't called Riley.
Look at the buttercups. So as we were just walking up earlier, Helen was saying, oh, Chatsworth is over that way. And I said, don't be daft. I don't know if I filmed it, but she's right again. Because off in the distance there is Chatsworth House. It's very tiny, so you might not be able to see it, but what I'll do is I'll zoom in the best I can. So there you go, Chatsworth House. It's only about 50 quid to park there.
We went in another video. We went to Chatsworth Country Fair, didn't we? You really enjoyed it, didn't you, James?
No. I preferred Rotherham Fair because it was free and it was better, wasn't it? Well, you
No, I don't agree.
sheeps. I have one animal sound. No matter what the animal.
That's like a really weird one. Yeah, why'd you do that?
Oh, there's an aeroplane interfering now.
It's a helicopter.
Is that a jellycopter? Let's have a look. Okay, oh, it's there, look, can you see it?
They'll be going to Chatsworth
I'm
House.
telling you, that's going to Chatsworth. That'll be Lord and Lady Chatsworth.
What is it? The Earl of something or other? I can't remember.
The Earl of Chatsworth.
No, I don't even know who it is that lives there. But apparently he's done a lot for the community.
Absolute guaranteed that's where that helicopter's going.
Hey, should we see if it lands there?
Yeah, I'll not be able to see it from here.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it, you will.
You've not fetched your binoculars again, Ellen.
You've got them, haven't you?
Wait, man. See, I can't see it now.
I can. I'm going to tell you.
I've completely lost it.
I've got it, I can see it.
I can hear it.
I wonder if it's
coming back now.
It's coming back, isn't
Do you
it?
reckon it's just dropped off that quick?
No. Maybe there's like a no-fly zone over Chatsworth House.
Why?
Because they don't want people nosying with the paparazzi helicopters.
As if people are going to do that.
Well, they might.
It's not Los Angeles in 80s with chasing
With
cars.
What's that
Do you remember
drug dealer
that?
called in Mexico?
It's not the O.J. Simpson.
Escabulo, whatever.
It's not
Or is that a restaurant?
Pablo Estabulo. As I'm walking along, I've just remembered I need to send a shout out to Kevin and Mrs. Liptrot, who I saw at Barnsley train station and had a good chat with them, and it was lovely to meet you. And I was on the way to Sheffield, as were you. I hope you had a lovely day.
Oh, it's so peaceful.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, look at that house there.
Beautiful, isn't it, that house?
They've got a bit of topiary going on
They have.
in the garden.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Do you think it's a private residence or?
Yeah, I think it is. Look at the light. Oh, there's a pheasant in that field through there.
Let's just go and read a couple of names. This is a very sort of quiet graveyard. Is this the Roman well?
No, I don't think so. You mean the spring? This might be the bathhouse.
What is it? Is that the bathhouse?
Yeah, the Roman baths. Although popularly known as the Roman baths, there is no evidence that the Romans ever built a bath here. Roman coins have been found locally, so possibly offerings were made at the spring. In the Middle Ages, the water was believed to have curative properties, and the nearby church is dedicated to St. Martin, the patron saint of cripples. Can you say cripples in this day and age?
Well, I got told off for saying that, but if it says it on a plaque, then I obviously
The
can.
spring has a constant temperature of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And in 1934, Dr. Short's treatise on mineral water claimed that the water could be drunk more freely and safely than in Buxton, as it is cooler.
Oh, there's the church. I'll tell you what, this pub better be open, Alan. Gone for sale, love. Shall we see how much? No, it's not doing it for me, that. I mean, I'd have it, don't get me wrong. How much do you reckon that is? So we'll look it up.
Yeah.
It's not working.
No.
Oh, look at that door there.
Look at the windows.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
That is one of the prettiest little cottages I've ever seen.
Quarter to 6, how?
You don't do them on the back.
Oh, there's a stream here. Let's look at this stream. It's fast flowing, isn't it? Well, it goes under there, look. Oh, I can smell food, Helen. Oh, we're going to do well in here. Lavender Cottage. So this is the Moon Inn. I remember coming down here,
Do you?
down this road. I remember driving past this road.
Oh, I think I do too.
Quick,
Is it-
Cars are quite fast.
Is it where there's all those like cliffs and things up that way?
Possibly, yeah. I just seem to remember, and I remember coming past this pub. I hope we're alright for food. Cheers.
I feel shattered,
It's been
honestly.
a long day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
A well-earned pint. So this is the Moon Inn at Stony Middleton, and the food starts at 6 o'clock.
And we're here at 10 to 6.
Perfect. I want to have a pie and chips. This is what I am talking about.
That looks a lovely homemade pie.
That looks fantastic. Pie
Don't
chips.
forget.
Oh.
Don't forget. Oh, look, the hendos, but there's a tiny bit left.
And what you've got? You've got duck.
I've got duck.
Bit of hendos on mine. Right. I'm not going to spend too long filming this. I'm just going to tuck in. Look at that. Look at all that steak. That is fantastic. That does look pretty mentally nice. Did you enjoy that?
Oh my god, yes. That has got to be one of the nicest pub meals I've ever had.
Can I just say that this is Helen's plate? So she ate hers,
And then I finished yours off.
and then I had some left. So she's like, "Oh, you're not eating that," because my body's a temple, obviously.
Yeah,
But you finished it, didn't you? You
I
finished
did.
mine.
I did.
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
It was beautiful. I had the duck,
Yeah.
duck breast,
Did we sell
on
it
top
with
of like some kind of rusty thing
that? Yeah,
with a orange and something jus,
yeah.
and with vegetables, and it was just so tasty.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I really thoroughly enjoyed that.
Well, we've got to walk back now.
Oh god. I have offered to go and walk and get the car.
How far have we got? About 2 miles. Look what she's made me do.
Look what you've made me do. I never ever put in.
That is just, well, what can I say? But even Helen's got a pudding. What you got there?
I've got creme brulee, but it's Bailey's creme brulee.
A Bailey's creme
It's got
brulee
a strange biscuit on it.
with a biscuit.
Maybe I'd
on.
dip it in.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Well, if it's
There's
anything,
the sugar.
if it's as good as the main course, then
It'll be
this
amazing.
smells fantastic.
Oh,
This.
look at that.
We hope you've enjoyed this little walk today and this history tour. Thank you to Helen for all your research, my darling.
it might not be totally accurate,
She's
but
made it all up off top
I've
of her head.
tried.
No, I've enjoyed today. A good walk, great company, nice dinner, and some history and
It's
everything.
been lovely, hasn't
And I hope
it?
you lot have enjoyed it. So,
Yes. What was that pub called? There's something.
the Moon Inn, I think.
It was
We've done all that.
really. Have we done all that?
Done all that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just saying goodbye. It's going to be the longest video it will. All right. So we'll see you all in the next
Oh,
video. Hope
goodbye.
you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, just check.
And then just check if you're still subscribed.
And also click for notifications, because then you get notified every time one of our videos is up. And like the video. We really appreciate that. Okay, okay.
Bye.
See you. Bye. 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 Bye.